Hello, Tommy Keane fans. I'm Travis Myers, and this here is my beautiful sister, Natasha Myers Marsiguerra, and we are the authors of
Sister Margaret, the first novel in the Detective Tommy Keane series.
That's right. We'd both very much like to thank all of our Tommy Keane fans and Sister Margaret fans out there. We are actually quite surprised and just blown away by how popular this book has become. And what else? What else do I have to say?
Just thank you. Thank
Yes.
you so much. We did not know what we to expect when we started writing this book, and really blown away by how popular it's been, how many we've actually sold, and how many people
we like that
really.
part. We like the sales part. So please tell everybody to buy one.
How much people really like it. So thank you.
Yes, and our publisher, Bully Press, has had a ton of questions from you guys out there in book reading land about the characters, about us, about the book itself, about the neighborhood. So we're going to try to get through some of those right now. What do you got for me there, Tosh?
Yep. Okay. You ready? Big
I'm
brother?
ready.
Okay. Well, here we go. Okay, so our first question is from Dina, the bibliophile extraordinaire from Colorado Springs, who asks if the Tommy Keane stories are based on or inspired by real-life crimes. The answer is yes, Dina, but I'm going to have Travis take this
Okay,
one
yes,
first.
Dina, they are. Everything in the Tommy Keane series and in Sister Margaret in particular is all based off of real stuff. However, it's also all a lie. In that everything is a composite of different things. So all of the characters are, made up of maybe 4, 5, 10 different people that I'll squeeze into one person. The crimes also have all been taken from experiences that I've had, my friends have had, my family has had, and kind of twisted and braided into fictional stories, but all completely stolen and plagiarized from the real world. How's that?
That's good.
Good answer.
Okay,
All right.
so this one is also from Dina. What's it like to work with your sibling, and how did you come to write a book together? She also wants to know if any of our personalities are reflected in any of the characters. Okay, well, for me, working my brother is fun, wonderful, and a nightmare.
A nightmare?
Yeah.
A nightmare.
A nightmare.
A nightmare,
A
she
nightmare.
says.
So shut up. Let me
All
take
right.
this one. I'm going to talk. Okay, so he is one of the greatest storytellers. People have always told him he should write a book. He
True.
can talk the ear off anybody. However,
True.
and he's brilliant, really, with these stories.
Very true.
But here's the nightmare part. So when it comes to me, the first time, it is about a 200-page sentence. I mean, literally. One huge sentence that's 200 pages long. So then it's my job I read it, I reformat it, I put some descriptions in, I make it more readable so that you can read it, hopefully, and enjoy it. And so that's the nightmare part. You?
Yeah, well, I'll have to agree. Sadly, I do, when my well, I don't know if you call it my writing style, but yes, I will send her a 200-page sentence that she's got to chop up, whack up, change around, fix, add descriptions to, and just generally polish up the mess that I've sent her.
Yes. And I think in terms of personalities in the book, I think, yes, definitely. I would say that both Tommy and Terry are based about 80%.
I don't know about that. 80%'s a lot.
No, it's true.
It's true? You think so?
Yeah, there's a lot of you in both of them.
Well, if there is some of me in them, and there has to be, because everything is written through my eyes. It's written through my experiences. It's written through, my voice. It's my voice that goes down on the page.
Exactly. It's written in through your eyes and your voice on the page.
But
Absolutely.
it's not that I'm trying to impose myself upon you. How's that?
Okay, good.
Yeah. All right.
Ready for the next one?
Yeah, sure. Go
Okay.
ahead.
Okay, so this one is from Brooklyn Taylor.
Taylor. I will say Brooklyn Taylor.
Okay, sorry, Brooklyn, aka Bookish Brooklyn from Adelaide, South Australia.
Very cool. I've never been to Australia, but I really want to come.
So she asks, I'd love to know what was the moment that they decided to get Tommy Keane's story told. All right, well, Brooklyn, like I said, I think before, Travis is a great storyteller. Many people have told him that you should write these things down. And then it was I'd say about 2 years before Sister Margaret came out.
Probably.
Really, Travis called me and he said, hey, I got an idea. He's like, do you want to write a book? And I was like, yeah, sure, let's see where this goes. And that was the start of it, other than the actual writing. So, Brooklyn, she also asks, what piece of advice would they offer aspiring writers? And factoring in Travis's dyslexia, can they talk us through their partnering process and when it came to penning the story? You want to take that?
Sure. So what is it? She wants advice. Yes. Advice. Well, now that I guess we may be considered to be professional writers or professional authors, which is completely bizarre to me. But now that we are professional, I would just say, if there's any advice I can actually give, is just to do it. All right? And that might seem like, well, what kind of answer is that? There's no advice in that, but it is. Just do it. Write. If you have an idea, write it down. If you have a thought for a character, write it down. If there's anything that you're feeling inside about absolutely anything, write it down. Get on your computer or on your laptop in a notebook. Write it down. I've created characters for Tommy Keane, the Tommy Keane series, and some that in this book and some that are coming up in the other books that I created out of nowhere because, there was somebody that I liked or somebody that I met, and I just jotted down their characteristics and what I liked about them, and then I created a character that had nothing to do with these books, but later on I was able to introduce them to the books as a side character. And some of them have grown considerably, and others are just a blip, but it's okay, And I would just say, write. If you have something, write it down. And if that's, any kind of if there's any advice, just do it. How's that? Does that work?
That's about
just
right.
Do it.
It's time consuming, but I think it's something that we really enjoy.
Yeah, but it's something, if you want to do it,
and
you
you
can do
have
it.
the passion, do it.
If you hate it and it makes it miserable, then maybe it's not for you.
Exactly.
But so far we're having fun.
Okay.
What's next?
Next one. This one kind of pertains to what we were just talking about, and is from Dana, aka Danish Mustard Reads, from Victoria, British Columbia, Canada. What did you edit out of this book? That's an interesting question. Dana, thank you. I would say editing typically reminds you of removing something, editing something out, taking away. And I don't think we did that with Sister Margaret at all. I think the most editing we did was editing it in. We added stuff. We would get the manuscript and then I would add more descriptions and things to the character and the scenes, and then we would go back and forth and we'd talk about it on the phone all the time. We would email each other, and it really was more of an editing in to bring it more
Yes, definitely.
to a book.
Yeah, definitely. No, for the most part, the story that I write is a story that I write. I write it all down, like she says, and she's making fun of me, but it's true. I just write her a giant, massive sentence. I just run right through it, and I give it to Natasha here, and what she does is edits in. She puts things in that I didn't think of. She adds to the characters, she adds to the scenes, she adds much better descriptions than I would think of. Again, luckily, being from the same neighborhood, she knows what I'm talking about. She knows me and she knows what I want to get out. And so she patches it all up and polishes it all up so that it's, much more pleasurable for you, the reader, to read than the crap that I put out. So, everything that is edited is edited in, not edited out. So I hope that answers your question, Dana, and thank you very much.
All right, here's one more. These are a couple of related questions, so I'm going to kind of put them all into one and read them as one. Brianna, aka Brianna's Best Reads from Port Monmouth, New Jersey, asks, who are some of your favorite authors or favorite books? And if you could have any author write a blurb for the cover of Sister Margaret, who would you want to see?
Me? Geez. I'm not much of a reader. This is more her thing. So again, who would you want to see?
Oh gosh, I could go on forever on this one. Some of my favorite authors and
Just
their
do
books.
like 3 or 4. We don't got all day.
All right, I'm talking. Baldacci, Stephen King, John Sanford, Michael Connolly. I love all of them. I don't think I really have an actual favorite book. I read almost all kinds of genres. So, but yeah, any one of those would be.
Well, I think, sadly, I'm not much of a reader, but I do listen to books a lot on cassette. How old am I? On CD. But I would definitely say Richard Price, Dennis Lehane. I love those guys. I don't know, maybe because they are, like myself, city guys. Richard Price being from the Bronx, and Dennis Lehane, I do believe he's from South Boston. I know he's a Boston guy somewhere around there, but the way that they write, I can completely relate to it. So I love those guys, you know.
Yeah, those are good choices.
What's that? You know who I like too? I like that Swedish guy. Girl with the dragon. Stieg Larsson?
Yes.
Stieg Larsson. I dig him.
Yeah,
So,
those are good ones
okay.
too.
Sorry about everybody else I left out.
It's like at the Oscars, you can't name them all.
You can't name them all. You can't.
All right, you ready for one last one?
One more? Okay, yeah, sure.
Now this one is from Mia, aka Mia Teeny, who wants to know, of all things, whether Tommy Keane or my brother Travis here wears boxers or briefs.
Boxers or briefs? Oh, if that's what you want to know, well, Mia, when either one of us do wear underwear, okay, it is the very comfortable hybrid boxer brief. And yes, that's what it is. We like the boxer brief because it's so comfortable. And I think that's it, right?
I think that's about it for this video. What do you
Boxers
think?
or briefs?
Yeah.
Boxers or briefs? That's a question. Goodbye. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Bye.
Tune in next time. If you didn't hear your questions this time, maybe we'll have them next time because these are going to be short segments because if we talked for 10 minutes, nobody would listen. Take care. Thanks for reading.
Bye.